Okay, let's get real for a second. Because if you're eyeing the Mantis V2 with that i9-14900KF and RTX 5080, you're not just shopping a PC. You're looking for a system that matches what you expect from your work or games. Absolute performance, zero compromise, the kind of power that doesn't just keep up, it commands. You're the person who doesn't settle. And before you go deeper, check the current price in stock. Machines like this rarely wait around. This tower is for people who demand more: heavy 3D tasks, AAA-level gaming, creative work that leaves lesser rigs gasping. You've already felt the sting of slow render times, choppy gameplay, or background apps dragging you down. Maybe you pushed that rig as far as it could go, and realized you've outgrown it. You're past the era of compromise. You need something that treats performance as baseline. When you power on the Mantis V2 for the first time, it hits you. The CPU responds instantly. The GPU renders frames without hesitation. The SSD loads everything before you finish blinking. There's no waiting. No loading screens stealing moments. Your system doesn't think, it acts. Tasks that once felt heavy become fluid. Complex projects feel nimble. Games feel limitless. Daily use becomes a frictionless flow. You multitask with dozens of apps. You edit 4K per 8K video, render 3D scenes, run heavy simulations, and the system stays cool, stable, silent. When you launch the most demanding games, they run without stutter or compromise. Texture streaming, ray tracing, overlays, they don't threaten the machine. It simply delivers. Once you taste that level of power, going back feels like stepping backward in time. Every time you glance at mid-range builds, your mind comes back here, remembering how effortlessly this feels. If you're considering upgrading and you want real power beneath your fingers, check the price again now. Don't wait for price spikes or stock dips. If doubts creep in, is it too much? Will I actually use all that power? That's valid. But what feels like overkill today becomes your everyday baseline. The strength becomes invisible because it never gets tested, it just works. And that's the mark of a true high-end rig. The unexpected benefit. Confidence. Not in bragging rights, but in the simple certainty that whatever you throw at it, it won't flinch. Creative projects don't lag. Games don't crash. Work doesn't stall. You don't hesitate. You don't compromise. You don't wait. You just do. Owning something like this feels different. It feels intentional. It feels like saying, your time, your ideas, your ambition, they deserve something built without limits. It becomes part of who you are, serious, uncompromising, ready for anything. The performance feels sharp. The speed feels unrestricted. The power feels liberating. The entire setup feels like you leveled up, not just once, but forever. If there's a downside, it's that after this, most machines feel slow. And maybe you'll find other parts of your setup, monitors, storage, peripherals, suddenly outdated. But that's not a regret. That's a new baseline. A baseline worth embracing. Eventually you stop debating. Specs stop being exciting. What matters is what feels right in your hands. If the Mantis V2 keeps calling to you, trust that pull. Click the link, check the offer, and commit to the upgrade. Because this is one of those choices future you will thank you for, not just once, but every day you fire it up.